Hi, everybody. It's Katy Purry, the dopamine coon cat. All right, so I'm going to get another health update, and I'm going to be looking for a little bit of advice from people because I need some. So here's the deal. While back, Katy Purry began um, sneezing. All right, and yeah, I'm sorry. Katie began sneezing, so we took her to the vet, and they gave her a test, an upper respiratory test. And in the meantime, I gave her. I have some meds. I'm giving her. I have some. I have some meds that I was giving. I had to her food. At any rate, it's still there. Now there's no. She's not coughing. Okay. There's no. Trying to think. I mean, she's sneezing, but every once in a while, you'll see a little bit of spray come out. It has not affected her eating, grooming, growing, playing. She's just, but it's persistent. So anyway, the vet called, and we have the results, and this is what Katy Purry has. Okay, she's got calicivirus. All right, calicivirus is one of the things she has, and I'm told, and bordetella, and I guess bordetella is essentially, the way it was explained to me was it's sort of like think kennel cough for a cat, but the calcivirus, that's a virus, so they're going to treat it with an antibiotic. And it says doxy, antibiotic doxy. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's the name of the antibiotic. I'm not quite sure. But so I spoke with him, and here's where the advice I need comes in. Deanna, hi. I need my glasses on. I just realized. Oh, where are my glasses? I know I had like 37 pair of glasses in here. Hang on one second. There they are. All right, Deanna, thank you for being here. I don't know if you've had, it says, hi, Johnny and Katy Purry. Hi there. Question for you. So I'm in about an hour and 5 minutes. I'm picking up some meds for Katy Purry because she has an upper respiratory issue and essentially something that's, they basically said that it's kind of like a kennel cough thing. At any rate, they asked me if I wanted to get the medicine in pill form or in drops. Now, I've been putting these drops in her nose and her eyes, all right? She's not a fan. Now, when I spoke to the vet this morning, here's what they said, okay? I said, with the drops, do we have to put it in her eyes or like on her food? How does this work? They said, no, in her mouth. All right. The pills, obviously, she has to eat. So I said, is the pill thing? Can I kind of break the pill up and stick it in her food? Excuse me. She said, yes. So I'm sort of inclined to get the pill. But hi, SJ. Good morning. So I'm just curious what your thought is. Have you guys had to ever give? Because listen to the truth. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm a pretty good cat dad. I love my cats. That said, my very first cat lived. She passed when I was a sophomore in college, and I got her when I was a child. I was like 2 or 3. I'm not sure. She was 20 something years old when she died. Anyway. That cat went to the vet in her entire life. And please don't judge me for this. I'm not a bad dad. That cat went to the vet once her entire life. And it was the day that we had to put her down because she was in pain, and it was just a horribly sad thing. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with administering medicine to cats. I've done it with dogs a few times. You know what I mean? but I've never had to admit it. This is the first time I've ever had to give cat medicine, and she wasn't a fan. So I made Tommy the bad guy. I would hold her and pet her, and Tommy would drop these. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know. Nobody's. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the pills. There are these. I don't know if there's a little snack or treat they have. It's in a little tube. It's like a yogurt. Think of a yogurt thing, but it's for cats, and it's like tuna and chicken and beef. And the tuna, it smells so good. I almost want to try it. In fact, I'm going to probably try one of these days. But she really loves those. So I was thinking about getting the pills and breaking them up, like crushing them up really good, and putting it, like squeezing all that stuff out into a plate and mixing the pill up in it and then stirring it up and then let her have it. I think if I do that, she'll probably take it pretty well. I just don't want her mad at me, So that's the plan of action. I think I'm gonna go with the pills. Has anybody in the chat had to medicate cats? Because I'm not. Hi, Renee B. Good morning. So pills or liquid? Renee, that's the question. I've had to put this in her eyes and in her nostrils. She's not, it's not like her favorite pastime. She's not a fan of it. So because of now, the drops, I'm picking them up at 11:30. So the drops that, excuse me, the drops that I'm going to get are not going in her eyes, but in her mouth. And the pill I can just kind of crush up and put in her food. I want to do it as least stressful as I can make it for her. You know what I mean? Hi, Tracy. I have many times pills are the way to go. Okay, now, dude, when you had pills, you know what the doctor said? I've never given cats meds, just dogs, says Deanna. Listen to what the vet said. I was talking to the vet this morning, and I said, the pills, do I just crush it up in her food? This is what they said. Well, you can just stick it in her throat. Stick in the back of her throat. I'm like, whoa. And I've seen vets do it. You open their mouth and you take the pill and you kind of stick it back there. That seems like, if somebody did that to me, I'd be heated. I would not, I don't know, man. I'm not comfortable doing that. So I think if I do get the pills, I'm just going to crush it up and put it into a gooey food that she finds irresistible. Because that churro thing, it's churro something. Maybe that's the flavor. I don't have any on hand. When I go out to get her meds, I'm going to buy a buttload of those because she really likes them. She's pretty close to 8 pounds that we'll have her weighed today. SJ says, as long as crushing up the pill doesn't change her foot. That's the one thing I'm worried about, which it normally does. If she tastes it, she may not finish it. See, that's the thing. When pills, you hold their mouth closed. Yeah, you stick it in your mouth, you'll do one of those numbers. Hello. We're talking about you. We're talking about doping you up. I'm going to dose you. Do you know that? Uncle Tommy's been dosing you with a liquid. I know you haven't liked it. I put the pills in treats, says Tracy. She's got like a little booger there. You got a little booger there, honey. Sorry. Her mom messing with her. Tad from Harvest 912 has a dog that he has to give medicine a lot to. And occasionally he has to give his other dog the same meds, but only occasionally. It's for stress. And one of them just like a bird flying by the window and he's like freaking out. So they have to give him trazodone or something. And here's the truth of it. I think he likes it. I really do. I think she doesn't. Irma hates it. And so obviously they feed them treats throughout the day. They're just their dogs. They're like my cats. They give their dogs treats, little bones and stuff, little pieces of stuff throughout the day. And Irma won't take treats from Tad because she thinks that every time he gives her a treat, he's dosing her. He's slipping her a Mickey. She looks at it, gives her the side eye. So when I'm there, he'll hand me the treat, and I'll hand it to her. She'll take it from me. It's hilarious. She's so funny. She doesn't trust him because she knows he's dosed her before. It's the only way you'll know if she's taking it. That's the truth, Renee. If you hold it in her face, there's no second guessing. She makes a very good point there. You know what I mean? If I stick it in her mouth, hold her mouth shut, and blow in her nose, I'll piss her off a little bit. But here's the other thing I got to factor in. I guess when I get the medicine, I have to think of how many times I've got to give it to her, and how many days she needs to take it. You know what I mean? If I can do that for 10 days, it's gonna suck. You know what I mean? As Shay says, maybe you can put in a whole pill in one of those tuna tubes. That's what I was thinking. She may take a big bite with a whole pill inside and just swallow it. That's a thought. What I was thinking about doing, like, unless the pill is the size of like a peppermint patty, like really big, it's gonna be a teeny little pill, I imagine, right? So what I'm thinking about doing, there's a lot of goo in that. This is what I was thinking. There's a lot of goo in that tuna thing, right? That little tube of tuna. So I was thinking about getting a plate and squeezing all that tuna goo out, because there'll be a little pile of the tuna goo. Then taking the pill and crushing it into a wicked fine powder. And, the ratio, really a little bit of powder compared to how much tuna goo there is there. And then kind of mix the powder in with the tuna goo. I don't know, maybe that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the pills, and that's what I'm going to do for the first time. Here's my plan. And if it tastes terrible, if she doesn't taste it, right, and that's good for her, that's how we're going to do it. She's just going to get one of those every day with a crushed up pill in it. Now, if I crush up the pill, put it in the first one, mix it up, and give it to her, and it tastes like crap and she doesn't like it, then I'm going to shove the pill in her mouth, hold her mouth shut, blow her in the face, and then give her the tube afterwards to make up for it. That's the plan. So either way, you're getting medicine for the next week or so, and tubes of goodness. Tuna goo. The funny thing is, I think she likes the chicken more than the tuna goo. She is fond of the chicken. You know how I know? Because she gets aggressive. The second she sees it, she gets aggressive about it. And when I start to feed it, I'm squeezing the stuff up. She is like chewing on the end of it. Like she can't get it fast enough. I live for now. Good morning. I've had to give my cats meds, and it's easy for me to put the pill in the back of the mouth. Yeah. But here's another thought. Think about this for a second. If it's drops, and I'm just putting the drop in her mouth, how about I put the drop in that tuna goo? She'll never taste a single drop in the tuna goo. What do you think about that? I wish you could tell me. Look at this little paw. She's out like a light, man. Isn't that a cute little paw? I'm messing with you. I'm sorry. Poor cat. Tracy said that would work too. I think a drop in the tuna goo would work. Will work. Yeah, I think so too. Unless she says you need 5 drops. But even 5 drops, how bad can a drop of anything taste? It can't taste as strong as an entire pill crushed up. I'm being a wimp. I just need to get the pills and shove them in the back of her throat and call it a day. Blow in her face. She swallows it. Give her a tube of tuna goo to make up for it and say, I'm sorry, I love you. She'll know. When you ever step on a cat or a dog, they know it's an accident. They do. They get it. We all know, the first time you ever step on a cat, they run from you like, oh my God, he's turned on me. He's going to step on me now. Then you make up and they're like, oh, okay, it was an accident. You know what happened like with the squirrel? You know how it works. How many times have you touched a cat and the static electricity, you touch their nose and because they're always sniffing your fingers. You go over there and want to smell your hands. So you put your hands out and then a shock gets them. The squirrel's been shocked 50 million times. She's almost 4. Katy Purry has it. And one day she was under the couch in the living room. I think we have this metal. The table's made of metal. Look at her. She walks on the carpet. She is just loaded with static electricity. She went to sniff this. Her nose touched the metal, and you can hear the snaps. And she ran out like she was on fire and wouldn't go near the desk. This is like when we first got her. Wouldn't go near the frame of that table for a while. And now she's starting to get used to it. Like, because here's the thing: if you pet her, she's so furry. You pet her, look, look at her. Should have called her Tesla. So she's starting to get used to it now. You know what I mean? But when she first, it was funny. She was very unused to it when it first happened. I totally overanalyzed giving my cats meds. That's what I'm doing right now, you guys. I'm brutally. It's terrible. Someone should just say, "Man up, Scoville." Shove a pill in her throat and stop being a sissy. One of my cats has to take liquid medication every night, and he hates it. It's like a hide and seek every day. Wow. I've got this thing. I've got this gun. It's made to take temperatures of stuff. Anything. Like, oh, she's cute. In fact, stay right here. Look, you're going to go anywhere. Here. It's a Ryobi. This is made for taking temperature. It's a laser for taking the temperature stuff. You point it at it, and it reads the temperature right there. Fires a laser. Now, it's not a cat toy until I get a hold of it. So anyway, but when you pull the trigger on that thing to initiate it, and the thing will only stay lit for like 30 seconds. Then you got to pull the trigger again, and it'll stay lit again. Rechargeable batteries, but it throws this little laser. And the noise that it makes, it's a high pitch, a very unique sound. And it's like the tuna can, like the can opener. And both of the cats know the sound of that. So what I do, if I'm looking for them and they aren't around, I just walk into the living room and pull the trigger of this. And within 2 seconds, they're all sitting by my feet. And they're looking around. They can't put it together that the thing I'm holding is making that happen. It's cute. So they're all looking around. I'm holding the thing. Even when I'm using it, they don't look at me. They just look at the red dot. They've never put it together yet that I am the creator. I'm the one that's making that red dot happen. It's adorable. Hi, Nita. Johnny, I use pill pockets to put meds in from Amazon. Pill pocket, chicken flavor. A pill pocket. Huh. Her teeth are really little. You know that? When the last time she got a shot, or no, the time before that, they looked at her teeth, and one of her canines up here, not a canine, one of her fangs, the big ones up front, they pulled her gum back, and there was a little one right next to it, and the bigger one. And she's like, "Oh, it's recessed. It hasn't dropped yet." I'm like, "Perfect. What do we need to do about that?" She's like, "It'll probably come out on its own. If not, we'll pull it out." But when they opened her mouth, I saw like her teeth. They're teeny. Do you know they only have like 38 to 40 teeth, or 36 to 40? They have or 48 teeth. I'm not sure. I read it the other day. They have the lowest number of teeth of any carnivore. I didn't know that. I learned that very recently. Just keep loving her. Hi, Roberta. I'm pretty good at that. Tracy says, with my dogs, I put the pills in peanut butter. I always try to do the best way without any trouble. A spoonful of canned tuna works too for any cat, for cats. I think they're called Reno's pill pockets. Thank you, Ali, for now. Yeah, here's the thing. I just don't want it to be traumatic for her. Tommy was just like, "Dude, man up." He said, "You ever see that video of the snow leopard that falls like a quarter of a mile off a rock ledge, holding on to dinner? Lands, falls like another 100 feet, still hanging on to its dinner. Lands, finishes it off, eats its dinner, and then limps off and heals and does it again." He's like, "Your cat's going to be fine." SJ, tiny shark teeth, exactly. When she does her slow giant yawn, I can see them. I know, aren't they cute? You ever notice there's a guy I saw, I don't know if it's on Instagram or if maybe it's just a video I saw somewhere. Tell me if you guys have seen it. Everybody, we've all seen cats yawn. If you slow mo a cat yawning, there's one split second where they look terrifying. They look ferocious. They almost look like a demon. It's the strangest thing. And this dude's got a video, or content creators a video of nothing but pictures of cats at that moment. And if you doubt me, if you have a cat, super slow mo with your cell phone, a video of them yawning, and then slow it down, and you'll be like, wow, there really is. They have there's a scary moment they all have for just a split second when they yawn. I'll have to try to find that so I don't sound like a lunatic. But it's very weird. So last night, man, I'm telling you, she was asleep at like 11. I was mad at her last night. I really was. I was mad. I don't like yell at her. She's a kitten. I'm not going to yell at anybody. I don't yell at people, I don't yell at people. I'm not going to yell at an animal. But, I was upset with her last night. So it's like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. She's starting to fall asleep. So I'm like, perfect. Good time to go to bed. So I go to bed and I leave my door open, so you can roam around the house. It makes for an easier night for me, it turns out. And she was just like, she just started playing with stuff in my room. And I'm trying to listen. I'm listening to she's listening to the noise, trying to decipher what the heck she's playing with. I'm like, what is that? What is it making that noise? What could that be? And think of all the things in my room that could possibly be creating the noise that I'm hearing. So it's ruining my sleep. And this went on. I'm trying to be patient. Like, what? She's going to, the Nosferatu yawn. Exactly. I'm being patient. I'm literally thinking, I'm going to give her a few minutes. She's going to get tired. It's late. She hasn't slept a lot today. I'm going to be patient. That went on for almost an hour. So finally, you know what? I'm like, I waved the white flag. I give up. You win. So I get up. I sleep with no clothes on. So I get up. I put clothes on. I turn on the light in my room. I open up my laptop. I sit down. I'm like, fine, we'll play. What do you want to play with? And you know what she did? I swear to God she did this. The second I sat down and opened up my laptop, no sooner did I have the laptop turned on, I haven't even put my fingerprint in the fingerprint thing yet, she had jumped on my bed, laid down, and had her head on my pillow. Swear to God she did. Like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed now. So I don't trust her. I've seen this before. I've fallen for the okie doke. I'm like, no. So I'm like, I'm going to sit here and wait for a half hour because the second I go to bed, you're going to say, oh, there's something else in this room I haven't messed with tonight. So I said, no, I'm going to wait a little bit. So I waited. Bottom line is I was up till about 3 with her. So then I finally went to bed, and it's funny. She let me sleep till like 7, which makes her sound like, God, that's so good of her. Yeah, I was up till 3. So it wasn't such, I'm just sore and old and tired. I feel like the old man who had a child. Like an oops. I did this on purpose. Tommy does it all the time. Get a Maine Coon cat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Or he'll say, you wanted this, dude. You know what, though? Like, if you look at me, I'm scarred up. I'm cut everywhere on my legs, on my arm, on my wrist. I wake up in the morning with scratches I didn't have when I went to bed. So I know she's attacking me at night somehow, and I'm not really noticing it. But, I wouldn't change it. She's a little demon. The biting thing is the thing that I got to break the habit of because she, scratching and she's good. I'll say, hey, knock it off, and she'll back off on the scratching. But she doesn't. The bites now, they're immediately a pretty hard bite, and I got to stop her from doing that because she punctured me once really, really well, like sunk more than one, like several teeth into my arm. Remember that? She knows I'm talking about her. Yep, green nose pill pockets. I think I may get some. Stop tricking your father. Listen, and here's the thing. I know what would have happened last night at 2:30 when she hopped onto my bed and put her head on my pillow. And I look at her and I give her the slow blink. She closes her eyes and immediately looks like she's sleeping. Like, honest to God, within 10 seconds from I know that if right then and there I said, okay, jump back in bed, turn the light off, jump back in bed, I know it would have happened. She would have gotten up immediately. So I made the right call. Even though I was up for another half hour, I made the right call. You know how I knew she was really out? I walk up to her, I pick her foot up. It's like I do this. Yeah, she's out. If her foot doesn't do that, she's out like a light right now. And that's the test. I pick her foot up and drop it. If you go to pick her foot, there's any resistance at all, she's faking it. Or she's not quite ready to sleep yet. But when you can pick a leg up and it drops like that, she's done. She is a wicked, wicked cute cat. But the truth is, she really only sleeps in a straight line. She does not sleep in a ball ever. Like only here. Now, how many times have we seen her stretch like she's trying to straighten out? She doesn't dig sleeping in a ball. She hangs here because I'm sitting next to her. She likes my voice. Oh my God. I don't even have the mic set up. I'm an idiot. Damn it. If you guys can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Or did the tell me if you can still hear me. She just made this sucking noise. Now she was like doing it again. She's making this little suckling noise. You can hear me good. Do you know what I think? This is one of the weirdest things about the cat that I've never mentioned. Oh, I'm so glad. Hi, Deanna. She can still hear me. Nita can still hear me. SJ can still hear me. I live for now. Can still hear me. If this thing was plugged in, you would have heard her doing this little sucking noise. You know what she's never done with me ever, which I find so weird? She's never done the making biscuits ever, which leads me to believe she was bottle fed. I think she was bottle fed. Because I can't think that it's a lack of comfort, like a level of comfort, because she is wicked comfortable with me. Like she loves me a lot. Like the second I touch her, she purrs. Like she's sleeping. Oh, she's sucking. I'm talking about you. See, she's trying to stretch out. She sleeps. She doesn't like sleeping in a ball. You don't like that, do you? Like sleeping in a straight line. Here, I'll hold your head. That way it doesn't have to hang over the edge. You got to put your head back in, honey. So, see. What are you doing? You want my hand there? She's so spoiled. Are you spoiled? Huh? Look at that face, though. Isn't that something? She is fun to look at. She doesn't make biscuits on pillows, SJ, not on me, and she'll lay on my chest all the time. She's just never done that, and I don't know what it is. I really don't. I don't know if it's because she wasn't, maybe her mom didn't, breastfeed her. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe she can just tell that I'm not a source of, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It's not a matter of love or anything. Maybe this cat adores me. Right? Don't you dig me? I'm your human. See, what are you doing? And her eyes are shut. It's not like she's awake. Her eyes are shut with her head down like that. This basket's too small for her. She outgrew the basket like that. It's not even so much that she outgrew it. She likes sleep. If she only slept in a ball, she'd be fine. But she likes sleeping straight out, which is really going to make her fun when she gets fully grown. As a spoiled kitty, aren't you? Huh? Yeah, man. The biscuit thing, she loves me. I don't know why she doesn't do that. Has anybody ever had a cat that didn't do that? It's the only cat I've ever known that didn't do that. I've had cats that weren't my cats that did it to me. Very soft fleece blanket will start my Pablo making biscuits, says Nita. A long body girl. Yeah, she really is, SJ. So adorable. I live for now. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, huh? Want to get out? Is that what you want to do? You're going to sneeze. Oh, come here. Oh, what was that? Was that a little squeak? Huh? You did. Okay, I'll put you down. There you go, honey. Anyway, very cute cat. Thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. We're wrapping it up now. I'm going to leave shortly to go get my kitty her medicine. But we'll do a video later. I'm going to get the pills. It's the way to go. I love you guys. That was Katy Purry, the Maine Coon kitty. And I'm her human. See you guys later.